of course, maybe the food is now, the look has nothing to do with the nutritious nature of the food. But is 1 cedi 20 pesos the optimal amount that we should be using to feed our kids in school?
Absolutely not. I think that we need to very much appreciate the jump that the government has made from 97 to about 1 cedi 20 pesos. That would be a huge jump, especially also cognizant of our current economic situation. But when you look at the realities, how things sell in the market, etc., and we're also looking at the fact that these caterers, they have to earn a living from what they are doing. They would be employing people. The Bible says that a laborer deserves his or her wages. So that money is still not enough. The money is still not enough. The money is still not enough to give a nutritious food. Because we started with the concept of a nutritious food for our children, so that even if back home they couldn't afford much, one nutritious hot meal a day would be good. But I don't think that given the present situation, whether it's in the rural areas, whether it's the urban areas, that money, although very much appreciated, is able to deliver a nutritious food for a child. But I just finished teaching a class where we were looking at this within the perspective of functionalism. What roles do people have to play, the government, etc., etc.? And we found from the literature that the initial concept was that about 80% of the food that goes into the school feeding must come from within the communities.
Oh, I see.
Must come from within our local food products, ingredients. So if you take the Kwai Bibrem Achim area, Kontombe, you should go and find it, and etc., etc. But the literature that we just reviewed in my class says that right now we have less than 20% of the foods that go into this school feeding coming from our local food products.
So we are importing or getting the food from other areas?
Yes, a lot of imports and etc., which doesn't help us.
Which is more likely to be expensive anyway.
Yes, far more expensive. So you ask yourself, where did the dream of looking for 80% of these food from around us, what happened to it? So that if you are talking about tomato producers in Akumadan, then they would also benefit. And the issue of a glut which gets rotten because our big market mummies would rather prefer Novrongo, which basically means going to Burkina Faso with all the troubles. So I think that we need to go back to look at the initial, indicators that we wanted to put into this food school feeding program, whereby if we worked hard on resourcing the food from within our own communities, enclaves, our farmers, our market women, our distributors would also gain better.
It's a very interesting